3I Atlas is an interstellar object that has caused quite a stir. People have already said all sorts of things about it. Some consider it an unusual comet. Others see it as an alien spacecraft. Here is its flight trajectory, and this is how it appears in Planetary Space Engine and in the Universe Sandbox simulator. However, its shape there turns out different from the popular images online, which looks rather amusing. Today, I will conduct an experiment in Universe Sandbox and collide 3I Atlas with Earth. There will be two scenarios. First, it will fall into the ocean, then onto land. We will see what consequences this will have for the planet and its ecosystem. The object's speed is about 60 kilometers per second, which is exactly how it is moving through the solar system. In the simulation, its radius is set to approximately 15 kilometers. So, in the first experiment, 3I Atlas is headed straight for the Pacific Ocean. Only seconds remain until impact. The simulation is now running in real time. And now the collision occurs. A huge, fiery flash instantly expands across the ocean. I turn off the space glasses to view the scene as a human would see it. A blindingly bright point remains from the impact. I switch back to the previous mode and descend closer to the crash site. Numerous debris is flying into space. Still 1 second per second. We are observing the process live. I return to the view from space, hide the clouds and atmosphere, then turn them back on and speed up time. A giant column of steam rises above the ocean. Water rapidly evaporates and saturates the atmosphere. The temperature at the epicenter exceeds 2,000 degrees Celsius, and Earth's average temperature sharply jumps to almost 14 degrees, although it was originally around 7 or 8. If I remove the clouds, you can see many particles flying into space. And on the surface, catastrophic consequences. A powerful tsunami has covered North America, wiping out vast areas of vegetation. Europe is partially submerged. Siberia is also flooded. Huge masses of water have broken through to Central Asia. We observe how North and South America are practically separated due to massive flooding. And it's still ongoing. Speeding up time, the wave becomes so powerful that it's hard to imagine a real-world equivalent. Australia, however, remains almost untouched, as if the wave simply didn't reach it. I check the pressure in the impact area, almost 60 atmospheres. A person would be crushed instantly there. As time passes, the crash site cools down, and it seems like an icy crust has formed. The planet's average temperature remains elevated and stabilizes at around 14 degrees. The pressure has increased slightly. The probability of life in the simulation drops to 77%. On a global scale, the changes are colossal. Australia is partially flooded. The western coast of Africa is also affected. South America has only preserved the Andes mountain range. North America is almost completely submerged, with only Greenland remaining. A strange icy island has formed at the crash site. Now for the second experiment, a landfall. This time, 3I Atlas is headed for Asia, near the Himalayan mountains. Against the backdrop of Earth, the object seems miniature, but the consequences are still enormous. The impact occurs again in real time. A giant, fiery flash appears, and flooding around the impact zone begins instantly. It might seem like there shouldn't be a tsunami, but the area is still rapidly submerging. I speed up time. Life in the region disappears before our eyes. A huge wave spreads toward India. It seems the collision rapidly melted vast masses of snow and ice in the Himalayas, and all of it rushed downward. India literally disappears underwater, and China is also seriously flooded. With the atmosphere turned off, you can see that inland areas of Asia are losing land. There are now huge bodies of water there. New reservoirs appear in Europe and also in Africa's desert regions. North America is covered with many new lakes, South America partially so. The Arctic and Antarctica remain almost unchanged. A pressure check shows about 40 atmospheres at the impact epicenter. As I speed up time, the gases gradually distribute across the entire planet. Earth's temperature eventually returns almost to its previous level, and the probability of life drops slightly, to 90%. Let's conclude with the planet's state. Australia and Oceania are relatively calm. Asia is gradually recovering from the catastrophe, but huge flooded territories remain within the continent. In Europe, the water hasn't receded everywhere, and new lakes have appeared in some places. North and South America have stabilized, though they are also covered with additional inland seas. Finally, I replay that very moment of 3I Atlas's collision to view it from the side. That's how the experiment turned out. If you enjoyed it, support it with a like and a comment. Thank you for watching,